We are talking about the research, actual research in artificial intelligence, actual research in educational transformation, actual research in government transformation. And this is where we are lacking. Government is not supporting the research culture in the country. So in order to sustain for a longer run, you need to actually focus and have strong investments in terms of research, actual research in the country. Thank you.
Yeah. So I will just repeat what I said earlier. Government को भूल जाए. गवर्नमेंट की रिसर्च पे फोकस ना करें. अगर गवर्नमेंट की रिसर्च इतनी हो रही होती तो आज हमारी जो एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्टिविटी और यील्ड है वो कहीं की कहीं चली गई होती. कितने इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं इस मुल्क में. सो काइंडली टेक प्राइवेट सेक्टर, काइंडली टेक दैट लीड. राइट. ये जो अभी आपने एआई की बात की है इन एफआईआई इन रियाद, you know, AI was the main topic in Riyadh, and of course you heard the discussion from the SoftBank CEO and owner, because he talks about ASI, right, artificial super intelligence. And if you've heard his interview, I'm not going to repeat that. That's where we need to go. But it's coming from the private sector. आप भूल जाएं और मत रिलाई करें आप गवर्नमेंट और गवर्नमेंट रिसर्च पे. आप खुद इसको आगे लेकर चलिए. And we will provide you the necessary support as we go forward, inshallah. I don't have a ready answer for that. I wasn't aware of this. As far as you know, education is now after the 18th Amendment is very much a provincial subject. Having said that, there's something which we'll take it up, we'll take it away. कि इसमें क्या issues हैं और ये क्यों नहीं accept हो रही, and what are the reasons for that. Unfortunately, I do not have a ready answer because I'm not up to speed on this particular issue, but I will take it away and pick it up with the Education Minister. Thank you.
Sir, आप बात कर रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट का रोल नहीं होना चाहिए.
जी जी.
एक फ्यूचर समिट है, आप प्राइवेट सेक्टर से आ रहे हैं और आप क्रेडिट ले रहे हैं पल्सेस और चेकिंग की प्राइसेस से आने का. थोड़ा समझाते ही क्यों है.
नहीं देखिए, मैं तो एक चीज आपके साथ पूरा एग्री करता हूं कि जिस चीज में से गवर्नमेंट निकल जाए उसी में बेहतरी है. क्योंकि देखिए आप क्रॉप्स की बात करते हैं, आप एग्रीकल्चर की बात करते हैं. And let's pick up. I mean, let's be very specific about it, right? I mean, there are two crops, which is rice and maize. कभी आपने सुना है सप्लाई, डिमांड, स्कैंडल्स, इंपोर्ट क्या कौन करेगा, एक्सपोर्ट क्या करेगा. राइस पिछले साल भी $4 बिलियन की तरफ एक्सपोर्ट हुई. और मेरी अभी गवर्नर साहब से बात हो रही थी लास्ट वीक, and his estimates based on whatever he's sensing, it will be at least a similar amount this year as well, right? ना किसी को पता चलता है कि आपने कब ग्रो किया, क्या एकरेज हुई और ये एक्सपोर्ट हो गई. 2 areas, wheat and sugar, and I deal with that in the ECC every single month, and respective governments have been dealing with that. तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट मैंने की है मिनिस्टर ऑफ फूड से, बिकॉज देखिए ये everyone has to think through their own avenues, and they have to come up with the policy thing. From my side, इन चीजों से भी जितना गवर्नमेंट निकल जाए. पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने डिसाइड किया कि ये वीट की सपोर्ट प्राइस खत्म करनी चाहिए. इट्स एब्सोल्युटली द राइट थिंग टू डू, एब्सोल्युटली द राइट थिंग टू डू. और इनको आप जो है सप्लाई, डिमांड और मार्केट पे जाने दें, और इंशाल्लाह ये भी क्रॉप्स ऐसे ही चलेंगी. और बाकी जो आपने जिक्र किया, देखिए एक रेगुलेटरी फंक्शन जरूर रहता है गवर्नमेंट में. एक जिस तरह हेल्थ में है, ड्रैप स्टिल नीड्स टू बी विद द गवर्नमेंट. देयर हैज टू बी अ रेगुलेटरी एलिमेंट टू इट, बट अदरवाइज हमारी इंटरवेंशन इन सप्लाई डिमांड शुड नॉट बी देयर. आई फुली एग्री विद यू. जी लास्ट क्वेश्चन करने की आमिर इब्राहिम साहब से. जी
You are a wanted person. Sir, we've been doing a lot of work around transformations working in the government. I was just wondering whether you're happy with the progress in this transformation. If not, what can be done better? And especially what can private sector and corporate sector do to facilitate and coordinate with you to accelerate in this space?
Yeah. So, Amir, you have been very instrumental. Chairman, you don't know it, but in the government as well. He somehow managed to stay away. I could not manage that. So we are very grateful for Amir and Jazz and overall young group support that we are getting. But to answer your question, listen, I think कि जहाँ private sector हमें help कर सकता है, especially the area where you are helping and supporting us, and you have been on the task force as well in terms of end-to-end digitalization of FBR. And I've already said why we want to do end-to-end digitalization of FBR. मेरी सिर्फ एक जो request है from the private sector, that while we are trying to do what we are trying to do in terms of simplifying processes, in terms of trying to reduce the human intervention, आप भी हमारी मदद करें, because ये not सालों का नहीं, ये decades की बात है. Speed money, facilitation money, right? Allow us to do what we are doing, and you kindly stay firm, even if you are advised by the people who have been dealing with the tax authority कि जी ये तो हमें करना पड़ेगा, कई वजीर आते हैं, कई वजीर चले जाते हैं, हमें तो इन्हीं के साथ डील करना है, right? Stop this. Try us out, right? Because मैंने जब पहले कहा है, it takes two to tango in terms of the productivity, but also from the private sector, 2 महीने, 3 महीने, साल हमें दे, stand firm, because when you are documenting an economy, which is, our last year, our tax revenues were 9.4 trillion and 9 trillion rupees cash in circulation. When you start going to move this cash in towards document, of course there's going to be resistance. Of course there's going to be pushback. But we are very clear that our hand has been forced, both internally and externally. जो मुझे लोग में से बात करते हैं, इस दफा क्यों होगा? इस दफा इसलिए होगा कि अगर ये टैक्स रेवेन्यूज हम इस दफा ना बढ़ा सके, क्या चॉइस है हमारे पास? Going back to the same for more? Salaried class and manufacturing sector, right? It's not sustainable anymore. और वो लोग कहते हैं कि जी आप कहते हैं हम empathetic हैं, इसलिए भी empathetic हूँ because before October I paid my taxes as well as a salaried class person before I went into the government. So it's not sustainable, and especially on the external side as well, where it's now all has to be investment led. The doorknobs are gone. Therefore, we cannot continue to kick can down the road. So once again, Asfar, thank you very much for the kind invitation. Would have loved to stay here longer, but Islamabad beckons me, so I have to go back. But a real pleasure, and I wish you a very successful conference. Thank you.